Hello, this is your Ark. Yahismagnified, coming back with another informative video. I titled this video $0 in support and modification denied. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth, nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Oh yeah, but before I go over this document and have my aunt come on here to give his testimony, I'd like to thank everyone who's been checking up on me, hit me through emails, phone calls, text messages, and just asking me, am I okay? Yeah, everything's okay. Everything's all good on my end. Like I stated, this is the year of show and prove. It's all about evidence and showing you all that there are results, there is remedy. You must be willing to go out and get the remedy. It's not gonna fall in your lap. You must be willing to fight. Okay, so also in my 2 months absence, since I haven't been making videos, I've been noticing some of the brothers that I had a disagreement with are now switching their pitch. The same brothers that was telling you all the straw man do not work in court, don't go in there using the straw man method and stuff like that. You're going to lose and stuff like that. These same guys are now on their channels telling you all to separate yourself from the straw man and basically just saying everything that I was saying my first 2 years that I've been on YouTube. Basically just regurgitating everything I've been saying in their new videos. Okay. Also, I was the first one telling y'all that the agency is an arm of the state. Now you have other brothers on their channel saying the same thing. So that's another reason why I'm not so anxious in teaching, because the people, not only am I teaching y'all, but I'm teaching the teachings. Not only am I teaching you guys, but I'm teaching those who are also trying to teach. So I'm teaching the teachers. You see what I mean? So to keep everything fair, I just rather provide proof and evidence that it works. Okay, I'm not in the business of keep teaching and teaching and teaching. I leave that up to the other people who say they can help you. Okay, I just want to show results so you can know I can help you. It's different from saying something and showing you something. Okay, so with that being said, let's go over these documents. As you can see, this document was filed in the Superior Court of California, County of Orange. Okay, the petitioner in the matter was the County of Orange. As you can see, the petitioner slash plaintiff. The respondent slash defendant was my aunt that sent the gift, and the other parent was his child's mom. As you all can see, this was a notice of motion. He received, they wanted to collect child support, health care, and modification to the prior order that he entered in back in February of 2018. Okay, and also they added an attached declaration to this documentation right here. This is basically his court documentation, telling him the documentation they want him to file into the court, such as his bank statements and everything else, his income, how much he's getting paid from his job. And this was his first court hearing before me, which was back in June 2019. Okay, so in June, he went to court. He saying it wasn't going as he planned, so he reached out to me for assistance. Okay, but let's go to the next document. This was also included with the package telling him to go to court in June. This was his first court hearing. Okay, so he went there, bought time, came to me, and then we moved forward after this court date. I just wanted to show y'all the court date and the court information for y'all can all see. Okay, like I said, I refuse to have someone come on here, give a testimony without having actual documentation to support it. Like I said, it's all facts, all truth, all proof. I just don't have time to just have brothers coming on here just talking, without showing evidence of the things that we are saying. As more proof for you all can see what's going on. As you all can see, the same documentation. All this was filed. But let's go to number 2. Number 2 was request for child support. Let's go to A. Letter A states that this is a request for a change to an existing order. Right? The order was filed back in February 2018, like I said. But in that order, he didn't have a support order. But now they're trying to add a support order. That's why I say ordering. Then it says specified $0. So he never had a support order. But now they're trying to get him a support order, for this court date that he just went to back in June. And as you can see, they checked health insurance coverage as well. So they wanted him to pay support, health insurance, and modify the current order like we stated prior. Okay, so after that, he went to court, he bought time, and this is the declaration also that the agency filed, like they said they was gonna file into the court. I mean, excuse me, that the county filed into the court, telling him to bring his personal information such as his bank statements, how much he get paid on his job, and everything else. Okay, you all can pause this and take your time, pause and read over it. Okay, but this is the order he received when he got with me. So let's go over this order right here. As you all can see, this order was from the Superior Court of California for the County of Orange, a minute order, right? That was done back in July 2019, last month this year. Okay, as you can see, I crossed out the personal info like the case number. As you all can see, the case type was what? Paternity, Department of Child Support Services. So back in February 2018, they already established paternity before he came to me. But even though they still established paternity, we also still stopped the support being paid. So let's read it where it says modification, right? It says motion modification. Then it was filed on May 22nd, 2019 by the plaintiff. Then it says County of Orange, right? Let's read what it states from the judge. It says parties are advised that this court is setting as a temporary judge and will determine the issues in this matter unless objected to, in which case the court will preside as referee. No objection having been stated, the matter proceeding to hearing with the commissioner presiding as a temporary judge. Then it says in open court at 10 a.m. Then it says other parent is sworn and testifies. Defendant refused to be sworn, which was my ARC that made the donation. Then it says county informs the court defendant refused to be interviewed. Then it states the outcome of the motion was motion denied. The court denies the motion for modification at this time. So as you all can see, he's no longer still not paying child support. We still got him to deny the motion, even though he didn't swear in, he didn't be interviewed, he refused everything. He did not consent to anything. Okay? And by him standing firm on the square and doing what he needed to do, he got the remedy he was looking for. So again, he's $0 in support, like the title, and the modification is denied. So with that being said, now let's go to my ARC and have my ARC do his testimony. So let's go to. As promised, I have my ARC on the phone. You ready, ARC?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, the floor is yours.
All right, man. a little hectic today, but yeah. First off, I'd like to thank the man upstairs for putting Brother Terry in my path to guide me through this. That's first and foremost. Well, it's been crazy in a little bit. It's been tough and hectic. Pretty much all those words all put together, but just real quick, yeah, I received child support paperwork, and just like everybody else, you get those paperwork, it has your name on it, and you go to court, and you pretty much stand in front of the judge, and you say that's you, and you pretty much follow what it is that they tell you. But once I got that paperwork, I didn't want to submit nothing to them at all whatsoever, because I didn't know what to do. So, I tried to do the best that I can to extend it, and, extend it as much as I could, so I can, see what my options were out there, whether I should get an attorney, whether I should do this or not, or this or that or whatever. But we ended up going to court, and when I went to court, I didn't know what to do. I still wanted more time, so I went ahead and I asked for a continuance, and to see what my options were. So, like a lot of people, you go around and you look into YouTube, and you type in at whatever situation you're in, and I did come across a couple people, and was reading their comments pretty much on the same issue that I was going through. I was reading their comments, but a lot of their comments were not so good at all. Did speak to one of the dudes, but didn't want to go his route because, like I said, the comments were bad and it just didn't feel right to me. So I kept, doing my research and searching on YouTube, and came across Yahismagnified. Started reading the comments, and wow, I was I was definitely impressed. And I kept reading the comments, kept checking out his videos, and said, you know what, I feel good about this. So I went ahead and I emailed my boy Terry, and he responded, had a little phone consultation, and said, okay, well, I'm gonna put up the donation, and right away he started the process and sent him my paperwork. He went ahead and got back to me with the documents to submit to the court and to the agency. So I went ahead and I did that, and I was expecting the agency or somebody to respond to me on the paperwork that was submitted, but nobody at all. I didn't get no response at all whatsoever. So come the court date, we went to court, and on this exact day I had two courts. I had family court and I had child support court, and we went in, and they wanted to ask for a continuance. So I called my brother Terry. I said, hey, they said they wanted to do continuance, and I didn't know what to do. So you see, he just told me, nah, do it now. Do it now. Attack it, get it over with. So pretty much went in there, and I stood my ground, stayed on the topic, and when I got in there, they did before that they did call me and they wanted to interview me. I said, I want to speak to the judge. I don't want to give you guys no information at all whatsoever. So when they called my name up inside the courtroom, I never crossed the bar or was sworn in at all. And the first thing that I asked is if they received my paperwork that I filed, and they said no. So I had my folder right in front of me, pulled out my documents from my folder, and I said that I got copies, and I'd like to show you guys the copies that were filed and sent out with the return mail. And the judge's eyes kind of opened up pretty big, and I kept standing my ground, and it was like an awkward moment because it like went quiet inside the courtroom.
Right.
All the attention just went straight to my daughter's mom, and they were asking her, a couple questions here and there. I don't remember the exact questions they were asking her, but it seemed that she was a bit upset because she was getting mad and talking all this nonsense. But after if I'm correct, I said it again. I want to challenge this. I believe I can challenge this at any time. I want to know what if you guys have the authority to go forward with this.
Right.
So after that, the judge pretty much offered her $8 a month. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea where $8 came out of, but like I said, she was mad, and the judge pretty much made his ruling. And once he made that ruling, man, I was out there so quick. Didn't want to stand there not 1 minute longer for what? I mean, I don't want to just sit there and have him say, "Oh, we need to talk about this." No, not at all. I was gone.
Right.
So once that happened, I was a little shook up. Went outside, called you on the phone, and explained to you the situation. And like I said, I was still shook up, but just having that feeling of beating them it's just like it's priceless. It's like, wow, didn't know that stuff like that can happen.
Right. So was there anyone else in the court with you? Like witnesses or people there?
There at the beginning, there was people, but we ended up getting called to the other courtroom because I remember I called you and I said, oh, they called me from the other spot. So we had to do the other one first, which was the family. But when we went back, it was weird because everybody was outside.
Right.
And
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, it broke up. Say it again.
Yeah, it was weird because in the beginning there was a lot of people there.
Right.
But because we ended up going to the other courtroom. When we got back, when we finished the family courtroom, we went back over to the child support court, and there was nobody there. Everybody was outside. Right. And it was just me, my daughter's mom, and maybe one or two other couples, but nobody was in there. And it was awkward, but after I had left and the judge made his ruling, I kind of put two and two together. Oh, okay. I don't think not everybody's gonna walk in there with paperwork like this.
Right.
Maybe they didn't want nobody to know, hey, this, maybe he's onto something or something of that nature. But yeah, there was not that many people in there. Everybody was outside when in reality everybody should be inside the courtroom.
Correct.
But that feeling of winning and beating them is like I said, that's priceless, and it's well worth it, man.
Yeah, cause you hit me up, man, after it was over. You said I'm about to go get me a shot of tequila.
Oh man, definitely. I had to do that because I mean, 2 courts in one day. I went home, man. I was stuttering and shook up and everything. That's when I called you. Said, man, I had to take a shot of tequila real quick to calm my nerves. And believe me, brother, it did help.
so, so let me ask you. The main thing is to what? Stay on topic, right?
Stay on topic. Stand your ground. Definitely. Don't switch off topic.
Yeah,
Not at all. Stay on that.
Don't let off that topic. I can't stress that enough. All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to say to the brothers before you go? I know you're busy.
The only thing I can tell you is, if you guys need a mentor to guide you through this, email Yahismagnified@gmail.com. Study all of his videos. Don't give up. And you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. And to end this, on behalf of myself and my kids, Brother Terry, I say thank you, man. Really, honestly, that's deep right there, brother.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. I really appreciate that, and thanks for giving me that opportunity to assist you in your situation, brother.
Oh, of course. Anytime. You got my number. Anything you might need or whatever, I got you, brother.
My man. All right. Oh no, but before you go, are you paying any child support at all?
Nope.
Zero balance, right?
Nope, not at all. Not even $8. Not even $8, man.
$8. $0 and 0 cents.
$0, 0 cents, man. It's on paper.
It's on paper, my man. All right, so
that's right.
I ain't gonna hold you no longer. I really appreciate this, man. That's all I'm gonna do for today. Y'all heard it from him. If you all need my help, hit me up at my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. So with that being said, I say shalom, my brother.
Right back at you, man. Take it easy.
All right, you too. Peace.